Let me see. So he feels sad throughout the story?
Mm-hmm. Because he has no best friend.
Why do you have an N there?
Huh?
Why do you have an N in sand? Or sad? That's sand. And the fish thinks he has a friend?
No.
What is that?
Like, has a friend on the feet.
He thinks. Liz is asking, what is he thinking?
He's thinking.
Okay, don't tell me. Don't tell me. That's why you gotta. Let me read the story because I feel like you're just making stuff up. You read this whole thing?
Yeah.
So what is this word? What is this word?
What word? I mean, wait, I didn't see that word.
How didn't you? And it's all over here. So that's what I mean. You been reading. Start over. Read. You're gonna sit right here and read this whole story. Because how are you reading this and you don't even know the words and that you're reading?
I read it.
But why don't you know the word then, Lynn?
I read it. I know I read it.
What's this word? What's this word? What's this word?
Rocket.
Yeah, read this over because you should be reading, and this should tell you. This says nothing about friends. At the end, he has someone to play with, but through the whole story, he does not think he has a friend. So you need to redo this. Erase this. Where's your eraser? So you need to erase this.
Okay.
And what is he saying? Like he's saying my fishing has, but what is he talking about? What is he thinking? What is the fish thinking? This is what is the fish talking about? This is what is the fish doing? And this is what is the fish feel? Got it? So read it again. Come over here. Go get your pencil and eraser so you can erase it. And read it again and redo it. What did I say?
Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest. Tupac in the prison, man, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any come and see, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soaking it. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they optics, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it religion, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
My fishing has a shirt. I can pretend I'm scared. My fishing has a spaceship. I can pretend I'm an alien.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Tennessee Titans.
Well, Coach, being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Tennessee Titans. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hello. Oh, so it's not like
First
the
down, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Oh, well, yeah, that's more.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to put a screen soon.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown Titans. Travis Kelsey, 82 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
They might not charge that much for labor, but
there's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later. How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits. And leaves spaces like they're able to exploit right there.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Yeah.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
But I'm saying it's a big area, so
plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Emery. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going that clockwork right now for them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And here's Allen to throw again. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, read the story now. Look at the stories people do. Don't sit there and get it.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. It's caught. Smith. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff.
I've never been there, so you got to call him.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Here comes Cohen.
Where you at, you see? That's what they call them.
7-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Bears take over. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's what I say. You need to go back and
16 yards is the
again.
pickup there on a first down for Chicago. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Start from the beginning. What did he say?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers...
Go to the beginning of the story and read what it says. Listen.
But in a sense, that just sets
so why are you
up
stuck
for
then?
runs like that, because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up
I'm listening. So what does
down
it say
with that
then?
run.
If you know what it says, what does it say?
Haskins now off the bootleg.
My point. You're stuck
This one
again.
complete to Smith. Touchdown, Titans.
Don't worry, you ain't gonna be doing nothing today.
A big play there.
So listen, what I'm telling you, if I'm telling you to go back and read the beginning of the story, do it. Don't sit there and tell me you know what it says. Because clearly you don't know, because you can't tell me.
Than a well-executed post route.
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Okay, so what is his thoughts on that page? What does he just read? What is his thoughts?
On a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. This will be taken in at the 1.
Wait, what?
And he's going to be taken down on what will
Okay,
be
then,
the
there's
final
your
play
answer.
of this first quarter. The Bears with
I'm not going to be sitting there giving you all the answers if you don't want to sit there and do the work.
As they've got
If you don't want to do the work, you
10.
will be sitting here in this house doing nothing all day.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their
I got to show you how to do homework, but you know how to do everything else. You know how to play roadblocks, Fortnite, and everything else.
That mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Allen now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Allen's throw is complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of the guy I played with.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. From 17 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There can be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson.
You ain't doing nothing today.
7 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. It's Kelsey on the ground.
Hello.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. 3rd and 2. Now Haskins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Samson Abuka, his 2nd sack of the night.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Broken tackle. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Has a how what? These two don't make sense.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Reed says, man.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than I. But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
What is he talking about throughout the storyline?
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
About what? Different things. Right, that's I'm not going to give you these answers. No, I'm not going to give you these answers. Just know that's not the answer, correct? That's, what is he going on? Right, so he says that in the story.
When someone has a turnover,
he says that throughout the story. That's what he's talking.
Yeah,
what is this? What did I tell you?
What is this about?
It's about the fence.
And what did I say that says? Says is what? What he's talking about throughout the story. Right?
Yes.
So he's talking about a new fish throughout the story is what you're telling me.
Yes.
So, open
No.
Right. So do it over. Because you're not sitting there guessing. You're not sitting there. Well, how do you get that wrong after I've told you plenty of times what you're supposed to write?
Yeah, I wrote, the first time I wrote my fish tank has, and I didn't write anything because he's talking about different things. That's all I wrote.
Okay, so why wouldn't you, listen to what you just said. He's talking about what?
He's talking about different things.
Okay, so is that something he's saying?
Yes.
Okay, so why would you leave it at has and leave it blank?
Because you said fix it.
Right. Fix it as in finish it. Fix it. That's not my fish tank has isn't telling me anything. Fish tank has what?
Yeah, but if I write the thing in a story, and he has different things that he's talking about.
So what can you write to let whoever's reading it know that it's different things he's talking about?
I don't know.
How would you tell somebody? If somebody was to read what you're saying, you're supposed to be able to let them know what that story is about. So if it says, so if I read this and I'm like, oh, what is this story about? He thinks his fish tank is boring without friends. Okay. What does he say in the story? In the story, he says my fish tank has. That doesn't tell me what he's saying. My fish tank has a fish. That's the same. Like you can't even read whatever you wrote here. My fish tank has a how fish. That's what you wrote.
No.
Read it. That's what you wrote. Read it from the top. What is that?
My fish tank.
Read exactly what you got on this paper.
My fish tank has a new fish.
So that looks like an H, a O, and a W. That's an E?
This is a H, O, W.
That's H-O-W?
Yes.
So how is that new? What is H-O-W?
New. It's new. That's why I say no.
That's new?
Word.
Sound it out. H-O-W, sound it out.
Who?
What sound does the H make?
Huh?
What sound does the O make? Ah.
How?
Okay, so how is that new?
I thought it was new.
How? You're not even sounding it out.
Because
Sound out new.
N.
What letter is that?
N.
Sound out the next letter, part of it.
U.
What letter is that?
O.
No, the U is two letters together.
2 O's.
No. Sound out new. Sound out the first letter. What's the second letter?
U.
No, U. U. So it's two letters together. It's E-W. Ew. New. But how do you get how out of new? That's the thing.
I thought it was
Lance,
new.
listen. How do you think it's new when the H and the N is two different letters?
Because on the story at the last part.
But if you're spelling, Lance, if you're spelling, right? You're spelling. You should be listening to what you're saying to spell the word, right?
It says a little bit.
Huh?
I thought I seen it. I remembered it.
Right. That's new. So why do you spell H-O-W?
Yeah, because I remembered it, but I just said the wrong words.
That's my point. You're not paying attention, and you're writing the wrong words because you're not paying attention. So that's why I'm telling you to read this, and you're telling me this is new, but clearly it's a H-O-W. So you can erase that whole thing, and you're supposed to let somebody know, what does the story say? What is the fish saying in the story?
Ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
He finds his man Johnson, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The end result, 21 yards.
You're definitely not doing that today. We're going to be there. Don't sit there and tell me what you want to do if you're not want to sit there and pout. You want something to pout about? You want to whoop and go on your bed? Well, quit pouting and fix your face.
Second and goal.
Now you go get my belt from upstairs. It's on my pants. Because you're going to get it straight. Do what I said. You want to sit here and pout? I'm giving you something to pout about.
One tackle with him.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to run with Matt. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On third and goal, Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game. because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Allen now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Here's Allen being chased out left. That's complete to Robinson. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. Going to throw right side here. Complete. A gain there of 21 yards. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
As what? If you're talking about the book.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37.
Your 15. I'm done. I'm done.
Let me see. Feels, what is, he doesn't.
He feels sad in the book.
He doesn't say he feels sad. It
yeah,
doesn't.
But it shows he feels sad.
No, it doesn't. What does he say at the beginning of the book, Lance?
He says, leave it alone.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. A gain of 6 there on first.
Okay, then.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Why are you just sitting there watching TV?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now a give, right side. Emery. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth, because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
You're not supposed to be sitting there guessing. You're supposed to read the story. And you're supposed to be able to figure out what
kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20 to 17. So they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field.
Your schedule's over there on the table, boy. I wouldn't tell you to go get your schedule.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Okay. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers.
Go get your writing.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
You know, if this is the regular season, Parker, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're...
Okay, Lance, so you got to go get your book, your writing book, and you have to write a poem. So you got to think of a topic.
What writing book?
There's a book over there. You should have a notebook over there.
Oh, my notebook. Okay.
Come here. Bring the book here. I wasn't done talking to you. You need to write your name on this page. And then, yeah, so then you do this. You got to determine the area. So you're going to have to probably scan these two. Because you're going to have to scan these two with the iPad. So if you get the iPad, you get the QR reader, scan these two, and then listen to what it's telling you to do.
Okay.
And then you'll have to determine what L is.
Okay.
You determine the value of L. So it'll tell you how to do it, and then you'll write your answers here.
Okay.
But it'll tell you how to do it. So you have to think of a topic, an idea. It can be a person, experience, emotion, family, life, nature, anything. Think of something, and then you got to write a poem about it. So in the poem is, like for example, outside. It's a beautiful place. We go outside, and there it is. Sometimes we may not even notice. Green grass, tall trees, beautiful flowers. A bird sings, places to climb and play. We will keep it a beautiful place outside. So the topic is outside, and then they wrote a poem about outside.
Can I write one about the moon? Because I wrote one about at school.
About the moon? Yeah, you can write one about the moon. So you need to write, the moon is going to be your topic, then you need to write a poem about the moon. That's your writing for today.
Thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most
try
teams.
Your best to
Run
sound
your
out
offense.
your
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
That's not
and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Right.
This is what I wrote.
Right, but that shouldn't have been. Now, where's your notebook? Yeah, y'all got each other's notebooks mixed up. But oh well. Yeah, that was Lance's notebook. But oh well, here.
Job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 6. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in the playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands, downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll go again here with Matt. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. On first down, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
To try again after the sack, Rodgers.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing now is Rodgers.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on 4th down in the 4th quarter with a lead, but hey, you get it as a coach, you look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I'm coaching, that's why you guys talk up there, right? You have the guts to go ahead and do it.
Oh, no, he lost the football. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
You know what one side is.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They drop to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sound it out.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete as well.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers throwing right, and that's complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there. 57 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 1st down, Emery. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now they try the right side here. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38. You got to give him the football again here. He gets the big run down to the 2. Pay it off.
I like it. I like the call, but here's always the question. How many times do we see the big runs and a guy pats his helmet and says, take me out? Why would you go out when you've got a chance to get it again and score?
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Nashville, good night, everybody.
Okay, yeah, so finish doing the word search. Did you complete the whole crossword in the word search? Okay, yeah, do the crossword puzzle. And then go to this website and play that in that Explorer game.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, there with the